So I made this quite some time ago just so I can share with all my personal branding clients. I mainly help influencers, people within the digital space that are selling digital products. I do enjoy selling physical products, on the e-commerce side, helping those type of clients. Mainly I've been helping a lot with the personal branding because that is the type of marketing environment that I was raised up in. Working for Ty Lopez for almost 3 years gave me a lot of perspective, showed me a lot of ins and outs, and it really just enlightened my game on this industry. And I've been doing this for different clients, and I've really hit the needle, right, of where I'm actually good. And I had that own self awareness for myself. So I'm doing this for my own personal brand, and also I'm helping other personal brands in whatever industry they're in, whether it's credit, whether it's selling real estate, whether it's selling, you could say, a digital product in Instagram, or teaching people how to run Facebook ads, or teaching people how to become financially independent as like financial advisors. So I'm in different industries, but the formula for a personal brand is the same. Running the ads and doing the research on the audience is a lot different. So I'm always looking around, doing my research in the industry. But that's what gets me excited, because personal branding is always going to be talked about in 2020, 2021, for pretty much forever, because that's your own personal brand. I think it's the most powerful thing right now in this industry. And it's going to be something that's always going to have your name on it. So you can either build a company brand, right? Or you can build a personal brand. So let's just dive into it. So what is a personal brand? It's simply sharing your story. So it's a backstory with pretty much relatable content. If you guys saw Ty Lopez, his was pretty much saying, in the trailer, I only had $47 or $40 to my name. And I learned from several mentors to get to where I'm at today. Right now, he's branding his lifestyle. So it's a simple story that's very relatable. And I tell a lot of people, like, just be you, be who you are, share about your story. And in order for you to have a personal brand, you need to have some success. You need to have some specific expertise in whatever niche, whatever industry you're in. So, for example, something that's a good story is how I sold $7 million of dog beds in 7 months through Shopify dropshipping. It's very specific. It's niche driven. It's very interesting. I mean, you're like, dog beds. How do you do $7 million in dog beds? Right? And what is Shopify dropshipping, or in Shopify dropshipping? Like, wow, I want to know more. I want to know more about this person. That's his result type of story. That's his, who he is. But also, they can start that this person can relay, he or she, they can relay to wherever they came from too, right? So you need to have some sort of result. So we need to start brainstorming. This is where we brainstorm brand colors, brand fonts, mission statement, right? And then branding, this is where we start branding. Branding equals trust. That's pretty much what it is. It's trust. When you start branding yourself, people start to trust you. The more content equals the more brand. So the more content you put out there, the more people can do research, and they can start looking you up, and they can start seeing, and you could actually start positioning yourself as an authoritative figure, right? All I say is content is king. It's all about content. How much are you pushing out? How consistent are you with that? Because that's what's going to build brand. That's what's going to build trust. So content is definitely king. Businesses may fail, but brands stay forever. So you can launch several different products from your brand. You can have all different products that fail from like any type of business or company. But when you have a brand and you just start testing products, you can see what the market wants and what the market doesn't want. So brand is the ultimate leverage. Nowadays, people always depend and really see it as social capital. Social capital is huge. This is something that we need to get into. This is something that we need to understand, especially with social media nowadays, with just the status of things, right? So products sold through a personal brand, digital products, that's what I help people with. Coaching, consulting, that's another leverage of the value ladder we'll actually talk about. Affiliate marketing, you can do a lot of affiliate deals, mastermind groups, events, and merchandise. Yeah, those are all self-explanatory. You guys probably see this. You'll look at any personal brand and you can start seeing them. If they do it right, they leverage all of the following products. So content distribution. I took this from Gary Vee. He says document, create, distribute, listening, create, distribute. And these are all the platforms. The top platform is like the first tier, which I talk about, which is your Facebook, your YouTube, your Instagram, Google AdWords, or you can also do display ads on Google. So there's a lot on Google just in its own little beast. And then the last thing is your website. The second tier, IGTV, which actually they just launched IGTV going into your feed, which is amazing now. That's something that you guys can take advantage of whenever you're seeing this video. You always want to stay adaptive to social media. So I'd actually put that in the first tier now moving forward. Snapchat, Twitter, LinkedIn, and depending on your business and your model, these are all different tiers: first tier, second tier, and then the third tier is email marketing. Then I talk about podcasts, Quora, Medium, so different ways to just growth hack. I can also add on Pinterest depending on whatever your industry is. So it's all different types of industry to create the traffic. You can do so many different types of growth hacking method. It depends, like I said, based on your industry, your niche, and whatever type of audience you're trying to attract. So you document, right? Document over create. Then you create whatever you're documenting, and then you distribute it out into your audience. And then from there, you're going to be listening to your audience, whatever feedback they have. Let's say, oh, this is good, this is great, hey, I like that, hey, I have a question on this. Then you create based on your audience's feedback, and then you distribute it again. Pretty simple on all these different platforms, obviously. And then we have the different types of tiers, going more in depth. I just go more in depth. So thinking of creating content around these four main platforms, which is Facebook, YouTube, Instagram, Google. Obviously, Facebook and Instagram are partnered up. Google and YouTube are partnered up. And then everything leveraging going back into your website. If you want to win, spend more in marketing than your competitors, right? Just spend more money, outbid them. You must make it look like you're everywhere with your audience. Facebook and Google alone, once you master these platforms, you can pretty much be present everywhere on the internet. Very important to have your own website when running traffic. All obvious, all super simple. These are things you need to get started when you're trying to build a personal brand and really position yourself as an authority figure in all aspects. So the difference between social ROI versus monetary ROI, right? Social ROI, you need it, which is the branding part, which is helping you build your social capital, helping you build your leverage. You don't want to start selling people right away. I mean, if you've already built enough trust with your audience, because the only reason someone's going to whip out their credit card to pay you is because of the trust factor, right? So we talk about social media management, graphic designing, content creation, blog posts, articles, podcasts, branding strategy. This is something my agency does not offer, but I do have, people that I can refer to that do this, because I'm just not into the social ROI, the branding part. I only do that for myself and a few personal companies that I help with my family. But this is something that you should start off with. And once you've gotten enough brand, this is where me and my company, we help you guys go into more of the monetary ROI, where we go into Facebook ads, YouTube ads, Google AdWords, sales funnels. And then we start consulting on the full process on how to get converting customers into sales and how to really just, actually convert them. That's all we do. I actually I don't really work with startups anymore. I can help consult, give you the strategy, but this is all you guys need as far as, starting off. I can give you guys a strategy, but as far as getting started, I do not work with startups anymore. I only work with brands. I only work with companies and products that are already proven, that the market already likes, that the market is already converting to. And I help you guys scale, because not a lot of people enjoy scaling, right? They're like, hey, I'm making all this money with my product. I don't know how to scale. Like, you're spending a lot more money on Facebook ads when you could just be paying me and my team, and then we'll make double, triple, quadruple the ROI on it. So that's why they hire us, because we're just expertise. And that's what you do. When you're a business owner going at 7-8 figures, you do not want to be doing your marketing. You want to be still growing the company in other ways, right? Whether you're the person making sales, talking to higher level people, going out there talking and speaking at events, right? You're doing things at a higher level than doing the little things, looking at the data. If you're a marketer and you do that, then awesome. That's what you should be doing. But if not, then this is where you should be going when it comes to scaling and building out your company. Here's the value ladder. I'll just go through it really quick. So you go from the free offer, right? You always want to have the front end, which is the free offer, which is all the social media platforms, free YouTube content, free PDFs, free things on your website, free Facebook content, free posts, things that just leverage and build up your authority in the space on the front end. That is all on the front end. And then when they click through your things, when they click on your website, when they click on links, when they look you up, right? When they go through direct links, whatever you set up on the back end, when they start seeing your front end offer, they will see the different offers. So you have a $1 to $10 product, you have a $100 product, right? Or a $100 to $1,000 product, $1,000 to $10,000, $10,000 to $100K, $100K plus. And it starts to scale up, whether it's small digital products. Right now, small digital products in summer of 2019, Digital products from a dollar to $100 are converting a lot higher than anything that's a few $100s, just because I don't know, it's just hot right now. It's just really hot. But it doesn't mean that you can't convert products that are a couple $100. It is doable. It depends on your audience, depends where you're on your niche, depends on your market, where you're marketing, what kind of content you're pumping out, how much value you've given, how much branding you've done. And then obviously people are willing to spend a couple of $1,000 more, because if your lower products help them, boom, they'll go into there, unless it's a mastermind. So you go into masterminds, higher level masterminds that range from like, 10,000 a year, 25K a year, to maybe even the point where you start consulting people, consulting businesses for 100K plus. Depends on your niche, depends on your industry, but this is the value ladder. Every business should have every single part of the value ladder when they start doing paid traffic, or they should at least have the bottom 3 or 4 products, and then they can just start scaling as they get and attract higher level clients. So this is just something like what me and my agency would do. We'd go to a YouTube video, right? The low ticket or the free offer, and then the LT offer, which is the low ticket offer, anywhere from $1 to a $97 course. And then I'd sell, or it doesn't even have to be a course. It can be a course. It just depends, whatever it is. And then you can actually have a full course, which is a couple $100. That's what I'm selling. I'm selling a couple $100 course on a few different things in the industry that I've mastered, that I've been able to, position myself as an expert in. And then higher up the ladder, you start going into live events and then coaching, right? So money is not on the front end, but on the back end. And then you got to know your customer's lifetime value. There's different ways to calculate it depending on your industry. And then it takes a lot of time and effort creating your free offer. This is a long-term strategy for your brand and your company when you guys start off. But yeah, it's all about content creation nowadays, because everyone's getting sold to, but it's even easier when people are getting sold through your free content, sold to your brand. So this is what I do, right? This is what me and my agency does. This is what my company does as far as branding, as far as being able to help other companies leverage. And I just recently started doing my own personal brand because I've been helping so many different companies do it. So I was like, you know what? Why don't I just start on a smaller scale? I am passionate about helping companies that are already making a lot of money in their industry, because it's just a no-brainer to just help them scale. We go in, we make them even more money. They're happy. They pay us. We're happy. Boom, me and my team. And it goes back and forth, right? So I am very, very passionate about helping all these new breed types of companies, all these new breed types of agencies, or whatever, whatever industry you're in as well. So we're changing the world by promoting talented artists, innovative products, and positive movements. So we help. This is my mission statement. This is where I talk about your mission statement. We help 7-figure businesses increase conversions through digital marketing and strategic branding, product, price, promotion. Check what I'm doing. I have a description of what I do. I have my brand font. I have my brand color, a picture of me, and the icons. This is just me branding myself, offering leverage, authority. Associations are like elevators. They can either bring you up or down. Boom. You guys can see I've been in this industry for quite some time, almost 7 years now, in this self-help, self-growth, just growing my mindset, going to tons of different events, networking, building my network as well, right? Yeah, your network is definitely your net worth, but you got to work your network, right? And this is where all the opportunities happen. And yep, I've always just been a person that likes to fully develop and surround myself with great people. This is a checklist. Take a picture, pause the screen, do whatever it is if you're trying to start a personal brand. So what makes you and your brand unique? I always like to ask this, what makes you and your brand unique? What is your compelling offer? What makes people, want your offer? What makes it so compelling? What makes it so different? And then what products do you offer? What's your product structure, right? We went through the value ladder. Do you have a website? What social media platforms are you on? What's your email marketing list? How many people do you have on there? What type of audience have you been able to attract? What type of people have opted in? Do you have any sales or landing pages? Do you need them to be built? What softwares do you use? Do you have any testimonials or results? This is where people need to work hard. In order for you to scale and start touching cold traffic, people that don't even know about you, you need testimonials. You need results. Results are what get people to believe in your product, to believe that they can even do it, because they got to believe in themselves before they start to tap in. And then do you have a video hosting platform? If so, if you have a digital course, right? So this is just a quick checklist. We go into a lot deeper things, but when people are like, hey, I want to start a personal brand, I want to start selling this stuff. Well, do you have any of these getting started? Because this is where all the new breed, new age type of agencies and companies are working on. and are actually using. This is all proven. This isn't something that I just thought of yesterday. This is stuff that has been proven over and over and over again. I've worked with so many different clients and companies. I've helped them scale. Me and my agency go in, we help them restructure, and then sometimes we get out if we don't want to do a long-term deal with them, right? So I'm just there to help brands build testimonials for myself, and then from there, they decide if they want to scale or not. So just some final being consistent. You got to be consistent by delivering results and solutions to people. So how do I do this? How do I create a community? 1, you pick a niche. 2, you find problems of the niche. And 3, you solve the problems, solve the micro problems through content. People are gonna ask you questions, and guess what? You could just create content, because I'm sure there's more people that are gonna ask more questions, right? So this is how you do it. Pick a niche, find problems, and then solve the problems. Super simple, right? This is how businesses are striving. You literally over deliver on your customers. You over deliver on whatever they're looking for. And then 2 is, or the last thing is, personal branding is your lead generation tool. People hit me up. People reach out to me. They ask me questions. I give them value. I just give as much as I can. And then when I'm launching something, launching a product, launching a course, boom, I give, right? And then I ask, and then I get the conversion. So here's what you should do. You should focus on social ROI, right? People don't like to get sold to, so focus on social ROI. You guys saw the social ROI versus monetary ROI slide. And then 3rd is get content. 4th is add consistent value into that content. And then 5 is build a community of loyal fans. That is it. That is how simple it is. You got to pick a niche, find the problems in that niche, and then solve that problem. This is all marketing. This is all branding. This is all simple, basic, foundational things that not a lot of people understand when it comes to building a personal brand. People just want to start selling a product. People just want to start, making sales and making money, but they don't even think about the type of audience. If you want to be known as a person that's just selling people on the front end content or products, and then later on down the line, you're gonna be saturating your audience. That's why you have to keep giving value, adding value. People are going to start referring you organically. You got to start doing money on marketing. I always like to tell people, any marketing spent on your personal brand, any marketing spent in general, there's no downside, but even on your personal brand is good marketing spent, because people are just starting to know about you. People are starting to get exposed to you, and then you can start really building a genuine community. People are going to start referring you. I get a lot of people referring, like, hey, I know this one dude, RC, he's been doing this for like a couple years, and they're people just see my persistence, and then people are like, hey, I reached out, I heard about you from this person, and they just told me about you, and I just want to get to know more. And people will start to slowly unveil themselves, slowly reveal themselves, and come to your circle. So yeah, if you guys have any questions, you can always hit me up. This is just what I want to share. Little quick personal branding. I shared this with tons of my clients just to get them started. And I said, you know what? Let me just share this to the world. It's some good stuff. And I hope you guys enjoyed.